Why did your parents treat you like a practice child? Mom called me her practice child, like it was a joke, but we both knew she meant it. She even stopped hiding it after me and my sister turned into mothers. I breastfed my son for 6 months before switching to formula when I went back to work. Mom frowned and said, "You're giving up too easily. Real mothers make sacrifices." Stella formula fed from day one, and Mom praised it like she'd just solved smart hunger. Smart choice. Fed is best, and you need your energy. When I sleep trained my baby at 4 months using gentle methods, I was cruel and selfish. When Stella did cry it out at 3 months, she was teaching healthy independence. I enrolled my kids in public school after researching the excellent programs. You're limiting their future, she sneered. Stella chose the same district. Public schools build character and community, Mom beamed. At family dinners, she'd edit my parenting in real time while calling Stella a natural mother for doing exactly what I'd just been criticized for. Like at my daughter's 5th birthday party, I'd planned a simple backyard celebration with homemade cake and games. Mom arrived early and immediately started criticizing the decorations as cheap looking and the activities as boring for modern kids. She spent the party telling guests how Stella threw proper parties with bounce houses and catered food. When my daughter opened her gifts, Mom gave her a dollar store coloring book. "Money's tight," she explained loudly, and some people appreciate simple things. The next week, when Stella's son turned 3, Mom rented a petting zoo, hired a photographer, and gave him a $300 gaming tablet. Children deserve magical memories. When I confronted her about the obvious favoritism, she said I was being dramatic. "You've always been so sensitive about Stella. I knew I should have got rid of you. Children from teen pregnancies always turn out so insecure." I looked at my 2 beautiful, happy children and realized something. I wasn't the one being insecure. It was her. That night, I blocked her on social media and stopped answering non-emergency calls. After all, she'd made her choice clear. Setting those boundaries transformed everything in my life. Without Mom's constant criticism echoing in my head, I discovered I was actually a great mother. My kids were thriving, kind, and confident. My marriage grew stronger without her comparing my husband to Stella's. I got promoted at work twice in 18 months when I stopped second-guessing every decision. I started therapy and learned that being a practice child wasn't my failure, but her excuse for emotional neglect. Meanwhile, I heard through relatives that Stella was struggling with Mom's constant presence. See, the perfect daughter came with expectations. Mom was at her house daily, reorganizing Stella's kitchen, suggesting better discipline strategies, enrolling the kids in activities without asking. Even Stella's husband started working late to avoid her. I felt bad for Stella, I really did. But when she'd text asking how I dealt with Mom, I kept responses brief and bounced the conversation back to her. "You two have such a special bond," I'd write. "I'm sure you'll figure it out." My therapist called it protecting my peace. Mom called it being difficult. I called it freedom. After Mom wouldn't leave her alone, Stella moved to Portland 3,000 miles away. Her husband got a job transfer, but we all knew the truth. She was running. Mom was hysterical and calling me nonstop. Stella abandoned me. After everything I've done for her, I'm completely alone now, and you're only 20 minutes away, but you never visit. I know I wasn't perfect, but I was young when I had you. I did my best. Stella was planned, so I could give her more attention, but I loved you both. "Please, honey, I'm so lonely. I just need one of my girls." She called 17 times that day, sent text messages about how she'd been thinking and maybe she'd been a little hard on me, how she wanted to be a better grandmother to my kids, how family should forgive each other. Surely I wouldn't leave my elderly mother struggling alone. The aunts started calling too. "She made mistakes, but she's your mother. Blah, blah, blah." Funny how none of them volunteered to help her themselves. I sent one final text before blocking her number for good. "You had 2 daughters, but only saw one as worthy of love. Now she's gone, and suddenly you remember I exist. But I'm not your backup daughter, and my children won't be your practice grandchildren. We deserve better." I changed my locks, took my kids to the park, and pushed them on the swings while they laughed in the sunshine.